Alright, so boom, we back again. It's your boy Trevor Oblivion, and we're talking about the 1.6 patch and how I feel about it, bro. Alright, listen. First off, let's talk about the good, okay? Let's talk about the good, and let's talk about the patch itself. The patch itself is good, alright? I wasn't expecting anything. I heard that the patch was coming, and people know it might be about this, and this, and the only thing I wasn't really. They said it was going to be the big patch. It's not as big as I thought it was going to be, but I wasn't expecting a specific thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, for the patch that it was cool. It was cool. I like the new weapons. Well, I like that there is new weapons. I don't know what they is. I'm going to be playing more Cyberpunk more often, so we'll find out those weapons as it goes. I'm definitely watching that Cyberpunk anime. That's on Netflix. That's definitely going to be a watch. Bro, I've watched so much little of it. I'm excited, bro. I ain't got no spoilers. I try to keep watching it as minimum as to possible. All I did was watch about halfway to the trailer, the original trailer, and I was like, all right, you know what? Stop watching this. I'm not gonna get spoiled. I'm watching this. I ain't gonna lie. And it does have a couple short episodes. I don't think it's double digits, but hey, bro, it looks hot. It looks heatless, bro. So it could be any amount of episodes as long as it's got that quality. You know what I'm saying? I like the transmog system that they added. You know, what else they added? What else? I like how you gotta change your body and appearance. I think I said that in my previous video of stuff that I would like to see. So that was cool. And they added more hairstyles, always cool, stuff like that. I love when they add customization. I wish that it cost money to change your body and stuff like that, especially because you're going to Ripper Dog. But I guess it's fine. It's fine. I'm the only person that's pretty much thinking that anyway. What else? I like the reworks of the weapons they did. I like that. The cross progression thing is cool. I'm not gonna use it, but yeah, it's a cool addition. Stuff like that. So the overall patch was a pretty good one, you know. And then let's talk about the people that were. Let's just talk about the Cyberpunk community in general, bro. Okay. I didn't know this until like afterwards. So after everybody was complaining, because it kept on pissing me off what people were complaining about. But they were complaining that my X something. I already forgot what it's called. It's called New Game Plus. Yes, that's what it's called. What the fuck X come from? New Game Plus. That's what everybody was thinking. Everybody was like, "Oh, this is coming in this patch." So happy, so hype. I don't know what it is. I had to do some research. So it's kind of like playing through the game with the last like the new gear stuff that you get. So, you know, have a Gorilla Fist at the start, and then have like super double jump at the start. Have like these things that you will get like midway or to the end game of the game. So at the start, and I don't really see like why people will want to do that. If anything, it will make you overpowered. Or I guess you could play it in a different way. You could play certain story modes in a different way, I guess. But the New Game Plus, it doesn't interest me, not even in the slightest. But this is true, that they had Gorilla Fist in the opening intro for a trailer that was like paired with this update before it dropped. So everybody was thinking, oh, it's coming. And that's what mainly people were hyped about. But then when it didn't happen and people were upset, a developer came out and said, Transmonk's New Game Plus is not coming. I don't know if they did that after or before the presentation of the new patches, the new patch. But either way, I think that I ain't gonna lie. When I was going into the, I ain't gonna lie. I was first off, I was gonna stream it. I don't got the equipment. I ain't gonna lie. My computer bummy. I can't stream it on PlayStation, and Wi-Fi bummy. Like, it would have never worked. You know what I'm saying? But if I would have streamed it, I would have been happy with what we got. You know what I'm saying? But I think that people were so. Guys, don't you know by now, if it's Cyberpunk, you don't go into it with high expectations? Like guys, come on. What are you doing? I will never, go into Cyberpunk with high expectations. And I'm not saying that because it came out and it was all this and that, blah blah blah. I'm saying that because at the start, before it came out, I was like that. As soon as I heard they were having multiple choices, I lowered my expectations to the floor, because there's on the right hand there's multiple choice, and on the left hand there's multiple options. Okay, Cyberpunk has multiple options, not choices. Okay, yes, you could go into a certain route in different playthroughs, but you can't compare it to a game that's like Telltale Undead or Life is Strange, with the level of complexity it comes with the story, with the decision making. At some points it could get, wow, you got a whole different thing, but at some points it's just like straight down the line, So or you end up in the same points, and that's kind of like, that happens with all choice based games, because you can't make it that, you know what I mean. That's another story. But people were so hyped for, basically what I'm saying is, people were so hyped for new mod plus or new game plus that they everything else that they wanted, like everything else that they dropped and people wanted, they just skirted over it. It was like, oh, you got new guns? Oh, it would have been fun to play with new guns and new game plus. Is that a reworked transmog system? Oh, it would have been cooler if it was a new game plus. Like, oh, is that a red engine mod? So modding could be slightly easier. Oh, it would have been better if it was new game. Like, yo, yes, your favorite thing didn't come in that update. Stop crying about it. And yes, it did allude to it. Like, my thing that I want in Cyberpunk is either a mod store that's all platforms, and it can be done. Minecraft's done it easily, or multiplayer. Either one, I'm cool with either one. I'm not gonna lie. If they showed a trailer with another, and the AI had a player 2, like their name glitched or something, and it says player 3, player 4, and you're like, oh wait, that's multiplayer. Yes, I'll be a little aggravated too, right? But it's getting to the point where it's like, bro, you're still whining about it, And it's probably because new game plus is something I don't care for. I don't really know what it is. I don't know why you would want that, or something I don't want. And that's probably why I'm like dissing it slightly. I'm just trying to feel like, how would I feel if they did something with multiplayer? I'd be like, I'll be a little sour too, right? But then you can't, the thing that's coming from this conversation is you cannot overshadow what they added. All the stuff that they added, well, half of the stuff were already mods. There's already a transmog system. That means people wanted it. There's already different, they add more weapons in. There's a mod that does that, add more weapons, right? Yeah, they didn't add no cars. Yeah, they didn't add car modification. Yeah, they didn't add police. Yeah, they didn't blah blah blah, all that stuff. Yeah, whatever, bro. Guys, you should be at least happy that they didn't just throw it away, is what I'm saying. Because when I made that Cyberpunk video, I was thinking that the last patch is going to be the it's all or nothing on the table. And it kind of is, kind of not, So, to some points, in some aspects, I think everybody should just calm down and relax, Yes, your favorite thing that was accidentally teased didn't come out. And they never said it wasn't going to come out. It might come out at a later date. But you guys should be happy that they at least did Red Mod, so that modders can have an easier time. And the modders can implement New Game Plus. People are so in their heads about one thing, they can't even look at the other. I know Red Mod doesn't give you all the tools to make quests and all that. I know all that. I know all it does is make certain files easier to access at a faster rate. But even if it's an inch, mods have been going crazy anyway. Take Beyond Flight, or Taking a Flight, that car mod where it's flying, that mod's amazing. That mod looks cool. Will it be in Cyberpunk? No. And if it will, it'll be dumbed down. Because why? Because that is it. First off, you guys know it's overpowered. It's a flying car. You can fly. I haven't played it. I haven't played the mod. I haven't seen somebody review the mod like in depth. I've seen like a couple screenshots, videos here and there. So as far as I know, you can fly here, you can fly there, and there's certain things you gotta work on with that. Why you think there's no helicopters in Cyberpunk? Why you don't think you get into like that red AV you just saw on the screen? Because it's just like if this game had As long as the game keeps on getting mature and getting updates, maybe we could be able to get something like that. But having such a harsh reaction to something that is that accidentally was teased, it just got me annoyed, you know. And I'm not. It just got me annoyed. That's all. I understand how you feel about it, but it got me annoyed, you know. That's all. Okay. And then we're gonna talk about PlayStation 4 and last gen consoles. First off, shut the fuck up about Cyberpunk on last gen consoles if you do not play it on last gen consoles. Do not talk for us. Do not talk about anything. I don't care how many videos you've seen. I don't care if your friend, uncle, Ronnie, cousin said it was trash or it was good. I'm tired of people that's sitting here saying, oh, I played it on this, I played it on that. And then we have some people that's like, oh, I played it on PlayStation 4, I got it on my PC because it was so bad. And then just deem it bad throughout the whole thing without experiencing the whole thing. Shut up. That's annoying. I play on PlayStation 4. The things I could guarantee, if you play on last gen consoles, you will have pop-in, especially if you drive fast, and stuttering at the start of gunfights. That happens. You do not crash. Yes, when the game came out, you crashed every 2 milliseconds. Every second you crash. They did a patch about a week later or sometime soon, and they became every other second. You know, it didn't really. And then another patch, and then become every couple hours. And then they did that giant patch with all the patch notes. It hasn't happened since. At least for me, I haven't crashed since. So I'm tired. You know, people, if you don't play on last gen consoles, don't even talk about it. Just say your opinion, and that's it. Don't sit there and say on last gen consoles, blah blah blah. No, you don't know. You don't play it like I do. I play it. I know how it is on last gen consoles. Like, and people forget Cyberpunk was made for quote unquote last gen consoles. Cyberpunk was announced when PlayStation 4 was the current console, so it was made for 4. Okay. Now, that's where I got to put a little shame on the developers, because you guys were designing it for 4, and now we're about to talk about that, but you're dropping support for it, you know? And I'm not mad that you're dropping support for it. I'm just mad that they said it was going to be on PS4, and now half the games are going to be on PS4, you know? And that's what I'm a little aggravated about. Well, mainly at the people that's saying all that shit about last gen consoles. I don't know nothing. Like, stop talking about it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that's mad annoying. Second, I don't even know what number I'm at. But next, supposedly, I didn't hear this from the developers, but apparently it happened and it went over my head, that this is the last, other than bug fixes, update we're gonna get for last gen consoles. And I'm kind of happy and sad. You know, I'm happy, right, that they acknowledge that maybe a game, if they don't take this game to the moon on next gen consoles as well as PC, if they don't add this, that, and that, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed that they drop support and then they do nothing with it. You know, don't drop support for last gen, right? And then don't take it to the moon. What was the point of dropping us, right? What's the point of dropping last gen consoles? Your biggest player base on console. There's way more people playing it on 4 and later Xbox consoles than it is 5 and the newest Xbox console. There's more, you know that, right? So hopefully they take it to the moon. They update this, they add this, they add this. They said play system, they said new melee combat. Yes, they need to really work on melee combat. It's bare bones. And they said new skill tree or something along those lines. I'm excited for them, right? Because it's not us, for them. But they better have this. They better have this. I can name off anything, right? They better have all that. Because if you dropped the last gen consoles just to drop support for the game entirely and add a couple updates and here and there, then that's aggravating. That's stupid, and that shouldn't be a thing. But I'm happy that it could go that way. It could go to the moon, and it could become a super cool game down the line. All right, I'm not gonna lie. Other than a little bit sometimes Forsaken, this is the only game that I've wanted. The only game that's like, oh, I gotta get a PS5 now. right? I was like, I might have to get a PS5. I ain't gonna lie, I might have to get one, but that's next year. I'm gonna literally wait until exactly the point the DLC drops to make that decision, and then the day of the DLC, you will see me with a PS5 or not. You know what I'm saying? But as of now, I'm still rocking a PS4 to the death. I ain't gonna lie, but not because like I think it's better or anything. Just because high prices, way higher prices now. Everything's going up in prices. Oculus is going up. I was gonna get another VR. Oculus is going up in price. I heard some consoles going up in price, but not in the U.S. So who cares? Well, it's still a big deal, but if it doesn't affect us, ain't no point of crying about it or talking about it, unless it's for their benefit, the other people that don't live in the U.S. Anyway, so it really depends it really depends how the PS5 state is going. Well, a lot of this was a rant, and I made this video just so I can rant because it was annoying. I was hopping over different live streams here and there to get everybody's reaction and how they feel about it. It was like, well, and then bro, they started crying about New Game Plus, and that's reasonable. I'm saying crying because it just it's funnier, but yeah, that is reasonable. And but just because of that one negative thing, the whole update, the whole other thing that they revealed, they just swiped over it. They're not even listening. They're like there's a new gun on screen. They're like, what are we watching right now? Like the new gun, like it was just a little bit annoying. That's all, The red mod, I ain't gonna lie, is getting me a little tempted to hop into the modding scene, but it looks like it's coding, and I don't feel like learning another language. I'm C sharp, so if it's not C sharp, I'm probably not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll see about it. My PS4 is, my place, my PC is currently is poop. It's poop. I ain't gonna lie, it's poop. I can't even play Rust, and I don't know how. Well, I'm pretty sure Cyberpunk runs heavier than Rust, but still, if I can't run Rust, I can barely run TF2 on low settings. So yeah, I might have to up my PC game too. I ain't gonna lie. But that's how I feel about it. I'll be playing more Cyberpunk. I'm still downloading the patch now. I had to delay it a little bit because I was editing some videos, but other than that's just how I feel, bro. This nigga's always knowing this long when I'm recording, bro. But anyway, that's how I feel. I'm not mad at the community. I'm not mad at the developers. I just hope that they both have good intentions, right? Hopefully the community gets their new game plus that they're raving about, and hopefully CD Projekt drop PlayStation 4 and PlayStation or Xbox, whatever the last gen of that is, for a good reason. Hopefully, if it's a year later and they drop development for this game completely, but only adding those two updates they talked about in this expansion, I'm a bit pissed. They might as well do multiplayer at this point if they're dropping it, But anyway, also the expansion looks cool. I didn't really care for it. I ain't gonna lie, mainly because I'm not gonna be able to play it. But also no, it's cool. It's cool. I don't really like 6th Street, the game. Like I got a personal vendetta against them. You already know what happened to Rich and Ronnie Six, blah blah blah. Anyway, but I heard it was in Pacifica, and that was confusing because I was like, but those are all 6th Street logos, so maybe 6th Street is like taking over Pacifica or something like that. We'll see if I play it. We'll see if I play it. I might have a PS5 by then. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it then. But overall, the whole thing is at least, hey, it's getting better. You can't help but say it's getting better. You know what I mean? This rant is going on long enough. All right,
A person would have died a lot sooner, but that man just didn't want to let go.